Hey, what's going on, folks? This is FehtSama, and we're getting back in with another episode of Moa Era. So, on our last episode, we unlocked all of what Nana had to say for us, and because of editing issues, I was not able to go back and recover and just, do a clean playthrough. So, thank you guys for watching that anyhow. I really appreciate you guys giving me the chance to play these games for you to watch. I thought my game crashed for a second there. But yeah, I kind of took me honestly, it was like a day and a half for me to get back into recording again. I've been kind of trying to find a new way to give the channel more energy and more better presentation, retain the audience a little bit better. So yeah, anyways, you guys are here for Moa Era. I'll go ahead and leave it at that, and we'll get we'll figure it out as we're going along. So thank you guys again for watching. Alright, so we're gonna have to follow Marcia's information, and Tish is gonna step in here. You guys didn't see Tish the first time because she anyways, so okay, so she's basically gonna help skip the things that are irrelevant and find out after we get to know Marcia properly what she has to offer. So let's see here. What's she got to say here? Just kidding. What do you want about? Right. I'm pretty sure it's all the same dialogue. Oh, it won't let me. It actually won't let me skip. Huh, okay. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna focus on what the words are saying then. If it's not gonna let me skip, then maybe there's something new that I'm missing here. Whoa, tell me about it. So he's talking about the dream. That's exactly what I do next. Wait, Tish is doing something weird about... I think he actually described the dream to her whenever I first went through the Marcia storyline. I'm not sure. Not bad. And not finished. You better have a continuation. We are gonna have one as best I can get it out. Let's see. Yeah, I just thought what if it was not a dream? Like, that your life story is actually empty and all? Yeah. Relax. A lot of people have the same issue. Oh, one thing I wanted to note, since you guys are watching this point, at this point we already know that Marcia represents the fate that determines when people live or die or something like that. I think she's basically death in the Greek mythology or whatever. So it's kind of interesting to put that in perspective, that we're basically talking to the specter of death as we go through here. So, I know, it's a very cute specter of death. She's only 16 though, so don't get any ideas. Alright, so let's see. Relax, a whole bunch of people have the same issue. You have an upper hand now that you're young. Change your life and all. From the other side, by our age, some people already have money, fame, you name it. Meanwhile, we're here reading books. Oh well, we're going to make it. Sure thing. However, it's better to plan long-term soon and all, right? How you have everything carefully planned out already. I don't. So, what are you going to do? Like I told you, if you decide to steal... what if you decide... Like I told you. I think she meant to say like I would told you. The translation really throws me off sometimes. Steal my plan. Well, it's nothing special. Maybe I'll tell you later. She has a plan because she knows when everyone's time is up, basically. Or maybe she determines it, but that's also kind of part of her plan. Let's see. I wish you luck, Yuki. See you again, maybe. Alright, come on. Let's go ahead and do this properly. Oh, hey, look, it'll actually let me skip. So, Catcher in the Rye. Yeah, basically talking about Catcher in the Rye and getting way too close to Marcia's eyes. I don't understand, but whatever. I realized I forgot my notes in the classroom. I was on my way home when I stumbled across Marcia. How's your life story going, Yuki? 1 page per hour, I hope. I feel a bit uncomfortable. Oh well, maybe not so fast. Maybe not so fast. Great, that means I can relax a bit. I was so nervous when I got here. Why? Everyone was supposed to be super smart here. Why would I have been the worst? Oh, let's see here. I can read. Would I have been the worst? Geez, it scares me even to think about it. Glad everything turned out to be okay. Am I that stupid? Please note that I am not the first one to say it. Anyway, I fit in perfectly here. Should I stay in Japan forever? I'd become an English teacher, enjoy the cherry blossoms and all. That's right, because she's from America, and that tends to be like the tropish sort of thing that people say, you know, when you are an American, or well, United States, and you want to go to Japan, that the like best route is to be an English teacher, which I think is still viable. On the other hand, something about too hot for summer. I've never been in summer in Japan, or, well, I've never been in Japan at all, but, yeah, it's hot in Japan. I would think, you know, it's on kind of the higher hemisphere that would have fair summers and mild winters, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. Let it be the backup plan, but I'm open for offers. Let me know if they mention me there. Where? In your life story, of course. I guess someone else writes it? Anyway, people are really interesting here. Although this place is a bit weird. Imaginary cakes, huh? Nah, it's nothing. I've just never seen a class of just 5 people. And how come Taya can teach us all subjects? Not possible. Well, she must be the only one. Yeah, then again, we have the whole floor dedicated only for us. Pretty cool. I told all my friends about it. Keeping the plebs out, maybe. Let's see, I need to stop complicating things. Let's go. I'm pretty sure they're having banter, and it's like really casual talk. It's since the original language is Russian, I'm sure they're like doing their best to translate it to make sense in English, but I bet you there's a lot of like expressions being said that don't have a straightforward English translation that they originally were talking about. Because there's a lot of broken English. At least that's how I'm reading it right now. It looks really broken. Let's see here. Even before that, I insist that you admire my outfit. Or it could be a lack of punctuation, maybe. I don't know. I'm ashamed to admit, I don't even know how to appropriate. I don't even know an appropriate word. If I could read, thank you very much. It's cool. I designed it. Looks like what they wear in Harvard, see? Don't think I remember those, their colors, to be honest. I think it was like gray and gold or something. I don't know. How could you? Harvard is so cool. I dream of getting there, but the requirement is so high. Now you talk like one of those people from the other floors here in this building. No excuses. I'll be here. I'll be there. What if you won't make it through the admission process? Conditionals are for losers. We're going to make it. You know, last week Sema listened to some Russian rock, and I asked to translate the text. Good morning, last hero. The last hero. What do you know? It's me. Our club is weird but fun, don't you agree? Let's see here. To think that you like the Catcher in the Rye. Not bad, not bad. Thanks, I'm heading off to home. You? Same. Where do you live? Turns out we reside close to each other. Mind if I keep you company? ... Sure, let's go. I can't remember if we walked home with Marcia. I don't think so, because I was going for Nana initially, so it kind of mixed up the option as to who I was interested in getting to know. I thought you'd hesitate, to be honest. Hesitate about what? Going home together. Is it a big deal for you, Yuki? No, it's just picking on you. It's not like I wanted you to invite me. Did you expect this, Yuki? Don't make me laugh. I'd be happy to make you laugh, though. She blushes a little and looks surprisingly cute. Marcia, I really enjoyed your speech today. Thanks, I put quite some effort in preparation. I bet you worked super hard, by the way. What motivates you? Life? Like in life? It's a bit hard to explain. Promise not to laugh? What a pinky promise do? Deal. You see, Yuki? For me, there's no motivation in the usual sense of this word. I think this is new art. I think I chose this as one of my thumbnails. I simply can't afford to waste countless hours I've invested in studying for nothing. And if I stop now and just chill, what was all the hard work for? I mean, I might have been slacking for all this time instead, having fun, you know? So you plan to have fun later on? True, until I have enough money racked up for everything I want. I sacrificed today for a good grass-fed tomorrow. Does this pass as a motivation? I think so, but what motivated you in the very beginning then? I was lacking. Lacking of what? Lacking in everything. You know, some people are naturally gifted. I was naturally mediocre. Jack of trades, master of none. I realized it wouldn't get me far. So I decided to become the best at by putting more effort. Well, here I am. Turns out being mediocre is enough in this day and age. You think too low of yourself. Your mediocre is the end goal for other people. I compare myself only to my previous self. Oh, and to those who are better. You wouldn't progress otherwise, Yuki. And that's why you spend a lot of time with Sima, right? Well, if you keep up the pace, the victory will be yours, no doubt. She's getting more annoyed. Although I contemplated her, Marcia's visibly annoyed. What did I say? And what has that to do with Sima? I don't compare myself to her. No way I'm doing this. However, what you said about my victory was pleasant. Was very pleasant, Yuki. Look, I don't have much time left now, but I enjoyed your company. Keep saying pleasant things to me, okay? That's an order. She says goodbye and leaves. And success in math? Is it about your personal finance? Great choice, Yuki. Do you guys want to be successful earning a lot of money? Yes. It just automatically went ahead. It didn't have me choose the different options. It will let me skip, so I think that it'll probably be safe to just skip her little bit about gambling. Which is interesting to think about. But let's see. Okay, so now we're having a little catch-up with Marcia in the geography class. Let's see, I met Marcia right at the doors of the classroom. So she has no one to sneak up on, so it's just me and Marcia. I wonder if Nana's gonna show up. Why do you think I agreed to help you? Well, knowing you probably want to see who finishes cleaning first. ... Yuki, come on, we're not in kindergarten. Jeez, what's wrong with me? It was such a cringe-inducing answer. Well, I could have gone with because you like me, but I don't want to be lying. Marcia looks at me for some time. I never knew you could see through people, Yuki. Well, what's wrong? Can't I feel this way? It's just I never expected it in the first place. You want me to make take my words back? No, of course not. However, I thought you only like the cool guys and all. Aren't you one of them? Who, me? Well, you know, I guess I'm pretty cool. Jeez. Yuki, you're not giving yourself enough credit. You've got 3 women in the bag at this point. How about you prove it? I bet you can't visit here. I bet you can't finish here in less than 10 minutes. There's some competition stuff going on again. Well, the class is pretty big, so it's hard to say. I'm sure you can handle this. Also, you'll be rewarded accordingly, Yuki. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Yuki? Now, I gotta be careful because some of the dialogue that are talking here, and like, even if it's day-to-day talk, they're still hinting at their different moral virtues that they're trying to impress upon me in this tale. And I think Marcia's gonna tell me, you know, put in some effort into something, even if you don't feel like it, or something like that. And eventually, you know, just that there'll be some sort of good that'll come of it. I don't know. I'll have to find out what she has to say at the end here. Okay, well, Marcia, what kind of reward were you talking about? You have it already? What do you mean? You just proved nothing is impossible to yourself. What about my well-deserved kiss? Jeez. So that's what you were thinking about. Yuki, sorry, it was an experiment. I agreed to help you because I hate it when something is unfamiliar. And your cause was unfamiliar. I hate it when the teacher asks something, but everyone remains silent. Also, I really don't like to clean. So me and the girls came up with this funny idea of offering you a reward and all. Sima said, you'll see right through it. Nana thought otherwise. Thought she said you'll expect something perverted as a reward. Well, a kiss was my hypothesis. It turns out I was right. She's very middle of the road, kinda, between the different dynamics of Sima and Nana. I feel so dumb. How come I couldn't figure it out? The whole setup was so primitive. You're such a good actor, I'll give you that. No, I'm a terrible actor, but when it comes down to instincts, it's enough. I'm not as primitive as you may think. I never intended to call you primitive. You know, had you not expected a kiss, I'd be extremely disappointed. Oh god, that fucking knock. Don't do those knockings. Nuh-uh. I'm awful with knocks in the ear. Can I go in? Oh, I guess Sima shows up. And she's being nice and knocking and all that fun stuff. I wonder where Nana went off to. Sima, what are you doing here? Anyway, sure, come in. Thank you. She has a curious look in her eyes, like she expected to see something here. I just wanted to ask if you guys needed help. No, we're pretty much done. Yuki was a quickie. Not the best choice of words, Marcia. Not the best choice of words. Something off with that phrase. Why is his face so red? I wonder why. Maybe because they implied something that we should be implying in this sort of scenario. You know, Marcia's going to throw me under the bus and tell Sima everything. Why? Because it takes a physical effort to clean this class. That's why. Yuki, you're a real knight in shining armor. That's right. Oh well, shame I came for nothing then. Do you have some tea left from yesterday? Yeah. Not sure what you're talking about, but I actually have some good tea I can share. What? Sima, do you know something about Anya? Anya? Who are you talking about? Someone carved a sign here. It's at this door, and it's a love message to that girl. Oh, how romantic. I'm jealous. Me too. Yuki, do you have some energy left in you? Not sure. How about making a new sign, huh? Love Sima and Marcia. Or I love Sima and Marcia. I don't need love triangles here, Marcia. If anything, Yuki would have to make a choice. Yuki, who would you choose? Wow, it's getting dangerous. Somehow I managed to laugh it away and continue with a fairly normal conversation. Well, that's good. I didn't want to have to make a choice. That'd be a little bit nerve-wracking. The rest of the day passed by really quick. We don't have any after-school activities, and I'm on my way home. Someone passed me on the shoulder. Hey, what are you looking at? Your eyes only. Way to be a lady killer there. So, excited about the career day tomorrow? I just hope it's going to be helpful for my future. I see. By the way, what do you plan to do? Huh? I mean, what are your plans for the future? I can foresee myself getting a bachelor degree. Come on, you know what I mean. What about after you graduate? I'm going to land one of the most prestigious entry-level jobs. What kind of job is that? Either investment banking or consulting. Right, I've heard it's very exciting to work there. For me, it's just a nice launch pad to 6 figures. Is it possible to withstand long hours with that approach? Eventually, I'll get used to it. After all, hard work is what I'm really good at. Yeah, really good. Hey, did I ask something wrong? No, it's just, I don't really like to lie. And right now I'm lying not only to you, but also to myself. I don't want an office job at all, be it 6 or 0 figures, be it the 6 or 0 figures one. It's brutally boring. I'll be working with mediocre people. Mediocre, the jobs you just mentioned are the very best. The very best of those who can only work for someone else. Truly outstanding people play by their own rules. Well then, why go for... You don't understand, huh? You clearly don't, do you? A corporate job is the only option for me, as I'm not special. Hey, don't be self-loathing. I'm only being honest. I hate how everyone is special nowadays. Why? Why do you tell that? Why do they tell that to kids? It only makes them suffer. Well, because they're kids, to support them. Then you should do your best instead of you're special. I don't really agree with the way that they, at least whenever I was growing up and getting schools and all that stuff, they were like, oh, you can be anything you want to be, and you're special, and and then, of course, I did run into eventually that one, like, pessimistic ideology where it's like, if everyone's special, then no one is, but, can't say it really did too good for me in inspiring me on, like, getting on any particular path. Probably only pushed me further outside of the desire to accomplish really anything traditional, I guess you could say. Let's see here. If you only excel at studying and teachers assure you of a bright future ahead, it only means you're nothing special, just like them, just like me. I'm a queen of mediocrity. You won't believe how jealous I am of someone with raw natural talent. It's the only way to be number one. Right there with you, Marcia. I can't say I'm good at, like, anything really in particular. There are those with, like, just a natural skill that's like playing the piano or something like that. I do know I have kind of like an ear for music, but picking up some sort of instrument and trying to learn it and all that, it doesn't click really well with my whatever it is. I definitely understand you, Marcia. I see where you're going, but raw talent is a waste if not honed. And talented people are often lazy, so if you work more, you can catch up. Only if there's enough time. Sadly, I'm already behind. I hate it. I really do. You're kidding me. I'm afraid not. Say, if I wanted to go into figure skating, isn't it a bit of an extreme example? Okay, let's talk about drawing. I always wanted to be good at it. If I start now, in 2 years, I'll be pretty decent. But those who started 10 years ago will be those who started 10 years ago will be presented in art galleries. But the punchline is, these art galleries would always be named after someone with raw talent. Trust me, you still have enough time, Marcia. Maybe, but I really need to make up my mind and concentrate on something. Something? Screw it. I have zero idea what I want to do. Well, have you tried discussing this with your parents? I despise them. Why? My father settled down and tried to drag me along. I asked countless times to get me into arts, dancing, and whatever. Just try it out and see if it's my thing. He always told me I should forget this nonsense and study hard. To live a decent life, he said. And my mother, I didn't even know her well, but that's another story. I don't know what to say. Well, excuse me for... Oh, sorry. I went for a jog outside and I'm still thawing, so... Ugh, my nose. Okay, anyhow. Well, excuse me for this rant. Actually, thanks for listening. I feel a little better now. Hey, why are you looking at me like that, Yuki? Don't think I opened up or anything. I just go over what you said, Marcia. Really? Well then, take your time. You're walking painfully slow anyway. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be glad to see you tomorrow. Marcia was responsible for promoting one of the most famous universities around. Hey Yuki, look at this. What's up? It's career day, yet I'm offering people to study more. Wait, but you're going to study yourself. It's normal for any high-skilled job. Yeah, but it's so boring. If you wish, I can distribute the handouts for you. Do you want me to? I think you can handle this better than I do. Think again. Just fetch me new ones while I'm handing them out here and there. Got it? Sure thing. We have our first visitor, a girl from another class. Wow, I've heard a lot about this university. It's cool to study here. I think we've already heard all of this dialogue, so... Let's go ahead and hit the skip button here, because I'm pretty sure it's nothing new. So, alright, cool. We are going to save, because I don't remember where I'm at here. The 10th? The 13th? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and override that. Wow, I didn't realize it's been 5 days since I did my last play. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm trying to keep it mixed up so it doesn't, like, have just, you know, me burning through the one game and all that. No, I don't want to go there. I just want to... Oh, it would help if I push the escape button. But anyways, I don't want to burn through all my games. I just, you know, hopefully that wasn't too long of a wait. Sorry. We're about to get going. In fact, Taya already left us. I'm waiting for the girls to return from the bathroom. The first one to come out is Marcia. Welcome back. Where are the others? Nana's too busy admiring Simma's hair. Pretty cool place, right? Yes, I enjoyed it. I wish I could return. Definitely a shame it's so expensive. Oh wait, this is where he's gonna make her upset because he's not offering her. He's not taking the initiative. Hey, why are you looking at me like this? Never mind. What takes them so long, these girls? Marcia's annoyed. Could it be she expected me to? No way. Hey, what? See, if we both want to return, why don't we do it together? Me with you? It'd look like a date, you know? I know. Sorry, no. Rejected, point blank. Why couldn't you... She probably intended to say it to herself. Why couldn't I what? Why couldn't you invite me before? But you just flat out rejected me. It's because I was ashamed. Let's see, I had to give you a hint, and I wanted to return here. So, in fact, it was like I invited you all along. Yeah, I think I read this. I just don't want to skip any good stuff here, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna skip the whole scene, and I don't know. I'll make it through here. Sorry if it's like taking forever. I don't know why I'm apologizing so much. There's no reason for me to apologize. Fuck you guys. I don't need to apologize. However it implies. Welcome back. Where are the others? Yeah, blah blah. We heard that part. I think it might help. Oh, well. Okay, so we're gonna be going out to the date. Good. Oh, nice. I don't think I've seen her in this outfit before. It's a little formal for a lunch date. Or maybe it's a dinner date, depending on what we're doing here. Marcia arrived strictly on time. The dress she wears today, she makes me see her in a new light. Hi, how are you doing? Fine. Look, you look totally different today. She blushes a little. Is it any good? It's awesome. All right, let's take a seat. The waiter leads us to the table. Here I am pretending to look at the menu. The truth is, it's only an excuse for stealing a glance at Marcia. And I think she's playing the same game. And found anything you like? What did you say? Dessert here looks good. And tastes even better. Remember that one from yesterday? Yeah, which one are you going to try? This menu is annoying. Why? It's too expensive. Or too extensive. I think that's what she said, extensive. Just pick the first one that looks decent. Hey, it's important. How can you understand? You help me decide. Okay, so what did we get? I gave Nana the Strawberry Delight, so we're gonna go with Peach Passion. Wow, it's the one I was thinking about. I just knew it, somehow. Process of elimination, but, you know, it works. Don't act like you can read my mind or anything, though. Now that we're done with our orders, I better get the conversation going. Let's see here. She wants to do something, but something outside the box, I think. Hey, tell me about your hobbies. I should have saved, but I did save not too long ago, so it shouldn't take me too hard to backtrack. My hobbies? Working hard, I guess. I can't really waste my time on anything else right now. I mean, I am high. My ear. I mean, I aim high in life. And it's too late for me to get a hobby anyway. I should have started ages ago. And you're only 16, Marcia. Go ahead and try that at 31. Like as a kid? Like a kid? Yeah, but back then, well, never mind. You're implying the whole, like, you've been around longer than just 16 years kind of thing. I get what you're saying there, Marcia. Tell me about it. Well, why not? I come from a family that was once was very rich. I was a very privileged kid. You know, fancy clothes, big house. My dad worked as an investment banker. He just laughed at anything I tried to do as a hobby. He said, "Don't waste your time on this stupid stuff." Over time, I stopped trying to do anything but studying. It was the only legitimate activity. Anyway, remember that famous mortgage crisis? Yeah, your dad lost his job, I guess? He was among the first bunch to be thrown under the bus. He had a lot of savings, but he invested them all in some shady deals, saying that the market's going to recover in no time. He went broke. I imagine it was a big hit for him. You bet. And my mother, she used to she was too used to the glamorous life. Her last words were directed to my father. "You're not the man I used to love anymore." My rich friend suddenly grew distant. Oh well. From that moment, I could only rely on my hard work. Well, here I am. Yeah, I understood why you don't have time for hobbies. There's another thing. I don't think I have a talent for anything. What's the point of doing something if you can't be the best? Oh well, at least I can study. Let's see, maybe you should lower your expectations. Studying here is sure special. This one. Lower your expectations. Never, never, ever. I expect only the best from myself and those around me. Everyone is different, don't you think so? But I don't need everyone, I only need the best. What if someone simply can't keep up with your pace? Then they're not my type, simple as that. Okay, let's move on. Alright, let's change the topic. Don't bother. What's wrong? She says nothing. I probably messed up already. Did I? Yuki, I need to take this call, alright? Sure, go ahead. She comes back in a few. Yuki, I have to go. Right now? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just something urgent. Need my help? No, thanks. See you Monday. Yeah, I probably messed it up. Alright, let's see, see you. Ask for the bill and leave. I thought I made the right choices, but, Alright, let's get to the end. Let's find out what was going on here. Yeah, I didn't say the right stuff. I don't know if I messed up on the first thing. Maybe I don't want to be so pointed about, like, her challenging her, life goals or whatever. Okay, was it this one? Okay, so, anyways, I will be right back as soon as I catch up to where we were. It will let me skip, though, actually, so. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and try it again. Get the right kind of peachy cake stuff. Let's not worry about hobbies. She doesn't care about hobbies. It's just gonna make her upset. How'd she feel about this week? Alright. Well, yeah, it's been a hectic week, but that's what I expect of this place. I definitely enjoyed it here. What do you enjoy the most? Probably the people. They're really something. Like Donna, for example. I can't really understand here. Or I can't really understand here. It scares me a bit, but it also gets me excited. She's much smarter than she wants us to believe. So Nana looks annoyed. Way too often. Why, I wonder? Sima is a different story. A different story with a similar beginning, that is. Sima comes from a rich family. Right. So it's also playing different music now, so maybe I didn't do the wrong choice this time. I don't know. I'm kind of a weird thing, though, in my opinion, to just, like, ask them about a week whenever I sort of get that they weren't, like, I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong idea from her already. I could have swore she just didn't want to think about it. So I was like, okay, well, let's find out. Maybe she's got something other than, you know, studying or working towards her career that she'd like to talk about. It is a date after all, but whatever. It's this is game's choice. It's trying to teach me something, so we'll go ahead and take that with a grain of salt. Okay, rich and famous. Okay, I heard this already. Both Semi were raised. Let's see. Both Semi and I were raised with one thought carved into our minds: I am the best. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, you know, there's only one winner. And Sema's better in every aspect, simple as that. I don't stand a chance against her. I'm sure she has a bright future while I'll be stuck in my office cage. It's not fair. Oh, and her looks. Enough about Sema. Everyone is different. Enough about Sema. I only want to talk about you. I gotta save. I can't determine, what's going on here, so let's go ahead and save, and we'll do it over, where we first revealed, oh, there's something going on. But, what exactly is so special about me? Well, it's... No, wait, don't spoil it, okay? I want to guess. Even if you guess it, I've always come up with a new reason. I'll always come up with a new reason. Oh, I see. Aren't you being a bit of a... romantic there, Yuki? You know what? I just thought... I don't know why, but I feel safe with you. Has a girl said something like this to you? Yeah, a few times, I think. I'm glad to be the first one. Don't assume that. It makes me happy. Well, maybe. Just maybe? Well, I want to make sure. Hey, what else makes you happy? By the way, it's a secret, you hear? Ahem. I'm happy when I'm on the road. I have everything ahead of me, nothing behind me. I see something new, I become something new. Also, I like getting ill. It's weird. Only if it's not serious, of course. I stay in bed for a day to stop for a while. Watch some movies, play games. Can't you do it any other time? I can, but I'd feel guilty. Hey, do you like art? Yeah, why? I'm dying to see an expo nearby. Let's go. Sure. All right, here's the art gallery with the famous picture. Oh, for a second I thought that skirt was shorter. No, it's just my arm. Oh, I'm wearing like a button-up plaid shirt. Nice. My hand looks a little frail, though. I don't know. I'm not one to complain at the moment. Let's see, my hand, not my hand, okay. But man is the grip, man is the grip tight. I wish the time would go slower. On and on and on. Hey, Marcia. That's my name. What's that expo about? Does it matter? No. That's correct. Anyway, it's about landscape art, and one painting there is out of this world. Also, it feels familiar. Like I've been there before. Alright, don't be playing no games on me with the meta stuff. You already know what's up. We already know what's up. Just go ahead, come out with it. She's probably gonna make me have to live a life before I find out. I'm gonna die and then I'll find out. Let's see here. Painting is pretty cool. More importantly, Marcia took my hand again. I think I adore landscape art. Hey, it's not like I invited you here because I didn't want to leave. If anything, it's me who wanted to stay. I also wanted to stay with you a little while longer. Just a tiny bit. Yuki, do you know how to really appreciate a painting? You tell me. And she's gonna get really closely. Close your eyes and make an image appear in your mind. Stay like that for 5 seconds with your eyes closed. No cheating. Open your eyes and you'll see the painting in a new light. Go ahead, try it. Alright. 1, 2. Now count to 5. Promise not to open your eyes before that. 1, 2. Okay, he's counting. Never mind. 3, 4, 5. The room just got warmer for no reason. Oh, well, that's still a very nice dress, and you're still very 16, so thanks, but let's take it easy. She's so close. The way she stands doesn't mean I can move my face closer and closer and closer. And where's your dad? When our worlds collide. She had a very pretty necklace on. That's where the eyes were. Damn it. Alright, so reveal to me your secrets, game. Welcome back. Congratulations, you made it. Congratulations, you won. Let me call the last one of the moire. I like the whole red flowers. That's very nice looking. Hey Yuki, it's great to see you here. Now that you know my true identity, are you disappointed? I'm not. Are you trying to say you don't miss the old me at all? How could you? Wait, Just kidding. Hey, I enjoyed my time yesterday. Mainly because of your company, you know? You look great in that dress. This one? Yes. You really think I look cute? Looked. Then I'll stay like this if you want. But don't you forget that I'm the one who deals with death. Anyway, please treasure this year ahead of you. I'm sure you'll start doing a lot of new things. However, starting something is less complicated than finishing it. How come? Even the most interesting activity gets boring when you do it every day. Routine is a killer, Yuki. And it takes 90% of your time. Yeah, I always wanted to do something creative. Then the most even the most creative process is no exception to this rule. How long does it take for you to imagine something? A few seconds, I guess? But then you need hours to put your image on paper. And years of practice to become good at it. Sounds tough, right? So tough that people will break down when they realize it. At the same time, that's why mediocre products often rise to the top. Because they're the least finished. They're at least finished. Everyone can generate ideas, few are able to implement them. But an unappreciated genius is an excuse for a lack of perseverance. Have you ever heard about the 1,000 hour or 10,000 hour rule? They say success in any field is simply a matter of practicing. Practicing for 10,000 hours, to be more precise. Therefore, during this year, please work on your goal every day. You won't see any progress overnight. Think long term. And I hate to say it, but sometimes you have to admit you're still no good. That's how life works. If that's the case, start something new and keep going on. Even Michael Jordan missed a lot of clutch shots. Yet we remember him for the ones he made. Thanks, I'll try my best. Don't you dare go disappointing me, you hear? Start right now, Yuki. Alright, yes, Marta. Working on it. You got it. I'll see you in 2 years, because 1 year is not going to be old enough. I'll stop with that joke. I'll be here. I'll be here. Or there. I'll be there. Oh, that's all of them. I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye for now, Yuki. Don't worry, it won't be long. We'll see each other in a year. Are you going to miss us? Please, make it the best year of your life, okay? After all, the future depends on you. Yes, you and you only. Girls, do you have something to say to Yuki? It's always Nana who starts everything, huh? My last bit of advice would be to have fun. Not too original, but very important. Regardless of what you're doing, try to find joy in it. Oh, and reward yourself. If you're busy with a boring task, go buy yourself a cake when you're done. But last but not least, everything is easier when done together with someone. I'm sure you'll find another main character in your life, Yuki. Have fun. Maybe. Maybe. Value things while they last, Yuki. There's no yesterday, and there's no tomorrow. Live today. Oh, and please, take care of your parents. Or, I think that's what it said. When was, I forget what they said. Okay, my eyeballs. Let's actually read the words here. When was the last time you called them? Why don't you do it today? It doesn't matter what kind of past you had. It's long gone. Have mercy, Yuki. Be stronger. And don't believe me? You will. But it's going to be too late by that moment. The moment you visit their grave for the first time, Yuki. So call your parents today, okay? And take care, Yuki. Yes. Call your parents. Don't care what it is, just call them, you know? Even if it's a weird 5-minute awkward conversation. I'm sure they still love you. I mean, would they not love you? I don't know. You know, messed up families aside, it shouldn't be that bad. Let's see, I'm the last one of the 3, of course. Right, I know the perfect conclusion. Life has its ups and downs, Yuki, but remember, this too shall pass. The happiest moments are finite, but same goes for the darkest times. Always, always move on. Oh, and please, don't pay any mind to the negative Nancys. The boos usually come from the cheap seats, Yuki. Until we meet again. I'm back. Did you miss me? I think the girls pretty much covered everything I wanted to say. One last thing. Please don't mistaken this with a final farewell. Don't want to spoil it too much, just stay tuned. So, that's it. How do you feel? Take your time to think about it. After all, you have a whole era ahead of you. Felt a chill. Hopefully my door's not open. That'd be very creepy if someone suddenly showed up, because I locked all my doors. I do feel a chill, though. Sorry. Getting distracted by, ghosties, I guess. Maybe. I really do feel chilly, though. What the hell? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by, you know, stuff that's going on in my room. Those were memorable characters. I think it played a little too strongly into the wink wink nudge nudge sort of like aspect about yes, focus. Not on the Okay, well. Yeah, it was a good story, I think, honestly. I'm kind of still iffy on the whole fact that it wasn't like a really great translation, and I'm just straight like unfamiliar with Russian-based storytellers, I guess. There is, I mean, in my opinion, there is like a different tone to each, like, wherever the developers come from, there is a certain like tone and approach that they go to their content. And so I would have to say there's a certain type of tone that I'm not familiar with coming from this company that made this game. Cause like, I don't know, it's like with Japan, they've got a different type of energy to their storytelling, and like you can I mean, if you've watched enough anime, you know sort of where they're coming from. If you've watched some of the like South Korea sort of content, whether it's, you know, a movie or I guess they do have manga on there too, it just you do tell that there's a different feel to it. I don't know how else to describe it at the moment. Kind of like how obviously like American comics have a definitive sort of feel to them, and I'm just not familiar with the one coming from this game, I guess you could say. So Anyways, but that wasn't too bad. It just kind of wasn't the easiest for me to really like grasp what was being said, because translation issues and just a different way of thinking, different group of people that have different ideals that they focused on, I guess. It's still very philosophical and very fascinating to go through. But, yeah, okay. So, I mean, I guess in short, basically, FehtSama initiated the idea of just, spend the next year living the life I would say, honestly, it's like, pick a certain thing that you want to do and then just live it like it is your life kind of thing. I think. At least that's how I interpreted it. And then Nana's like, make sure that this thing that you're doing is something that you enjoy, but it's also something that you can't not do. Don't just pick something that, you thought was a good idea just off the top of your hat. Kind of consider something that you keep coming back to, and something that you can't, like, for sure permanently push away. I would say for me, that's video games and making YouTube videos. I don't really have the track record for the YouTube video thing, but honestly, it's been one of those things that's come up every time I kind of, reconsider starting up a channel. So, I would say that's, at least for me, that's safely what it is that I can't not do. If I'm gonna do it, then I should, like Sema, I think, mentioned about it, do it the best I can, like as if this whole year is nothing but that is my life kind of thing, in a positive light. I don't know how she worded it precisely. Might have to go and watch my own video and find out, if I need a refresher or whatever. Ready, let's see, and the new game was there. And then I guess Marsha's was pretty short, sweet, and to the point. Perseverance. Like, do the thing you're gonna be doing, whatever it is, if it's improving you, if it's making you happy, and have some persistence to do it every day, even if you feel like, even if you've got like self-doubts, or you have people saying, don't do this, or you're not good at it. You're gonna straight up have every once in a while, even if it's something that you are talented with, have those days where you're just gonna suck. So that's one thing I gotta say, not just for you guys, but I gotta tell myself that whenever I do these kind of videos, because I feel like at this point with recording videos, at least where I feel getting behind the camera and that, there's this hurdle, and it's my personal, like, social anxiety, sort of introvert sort of fault that, it's like, I don't know, maybe I should just take a break, I shouldn't overdo it. And then whenever I hit that hurdle, I get to that point where it's a choice. It's like, okay, sit down and do it, and you'll probably get a video done. It'll probably be okay, Some people might watch it, some people might not. It just depends on what it is you decide to do today. And then I could go that route, and having that duty of mine fulfilled. Otherwise, I could go and be like, okay, maybe I'm not up for it. Maybe I should just kick back and do something that I want to do by myself, watch a video, or play an MMO or something that isn't really like a part of my YouTube stuff. And then whenever I go that route, then I do feel a little bit regretful for not jumping into this. And again, I'm just still trying to figure out if this is something for me. So, you guys let me know what you think. Just in general, what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think about my performance. Any kind of feedback is appreciated. I will leave this playthrough here, and I'm going to leave my thoughts here. Just, I'm not going to have some sort of 5-minute long discussion at the end of the game just because I want to chat. I want to be able to make more content and just get stuff out for you guys. I do need to work a little bit on some things, though. So, like, one of the big things I might go and double back on my videos is update my thumbnails. I've been kind of lazy on that, but mostly it's just because everything else takes a significant amount of effort to get compiled and all that. Like, I gotta chop things up, gotta keep my words straight, gotta make sure that there's no terribly boring, droning parts of the gameplay, so that it's nice, short, sweet, to the point, or if it's a long one, that it's worth the watch kind of thing. that's what I go through my videos to try and do, is make sure that, like, me as a viewer, I try to think of, like, okay, am I following along? Am I losing interest? If I had the attention span of a goldfish, would I, you know, be here still? That's kind of where my mind goes whenever I'm reviewing and editing my videos. But yeah, anyways, if you guys stayed, whoever stayed at the end of the video and decided to watch my whole playthrough, I appreciate it. I wouldn't mind to subscribe. I haven't been pushing it as hard as I thought I was going to be able to push it. 2 videos a day is a lot of work, especially whenever I got a whole, like, life that I still have to take care of in the background that doesn't revolve around this. Every time I make a video, it's definitely, that is taking away from anything else. Work, sleep, free time that actually, like, makes me feel like I had some free time, so I don't go crazy whenever I have to go back to the grind. And yeah, I feel like even if I don't hit 100 subs by the end of the month, and even though I didn't really quite, like, I know I can do better, but that's what's kind of cool about this thing, is that I've definitely got one of these, like, situations on my hands where all the initiative and all of the work and all of the fruit that comes from this, you know, all the benefits that come from this, is purely an act of me, how much I put into it. And so I can clearly see, like, those days where it's like, well, I did kind of, you know, coast through there and I didn't really do my best. And then I have those days where it's like, oh man, I stayed up until 4 a.m. and I was just like, I was on top of it. I was gonna get that editing perfect and make sure that this sort of transition in this sort of scene or whatever, that there was not gonna have a single moment of me, like, fiddling around with controls or just mindlessly wandering some sort of void that ended up being a huge chunk of boringness. Nah. It definitely shows, and so that's kind of a weird, unique situation for me anyway, is because, like with my job that makes me money kind of stuff, like, I've done really nothing but, like, entry-level minimum wage jobs, and I could go more, but that's time commitment and a general effort and responsibility push towards something that I don't have the passion for. So it's hard for me to actually get seriously involved in it, and if I don't really want to do it in the first place. So, yeah, I've just basically been, you know, while I fumble around and try to figure out what I want to do with my life, jobs have generally just sort of become this, you know, placeholder to make sure that I have a roof over my head, that I can not, you know, go days on end without eating and feel miserable because of that. And, this discussion, I'm doing it though, even though I said I wasn't gonna do it. But, yeah, with the YouTube thing, I've got all my metrics and stuff. I've got my feedback from you guys directly or indirectly from those that watch even a little bit of the video or just, like, skip ahead to certain sections. And then I can look at those videos and go to those spots in those videos to find out, okay, what did I do there that actually, like, got people to stay? And I'll be like, oh, you're right, that was a good little moment. You know, it was a 30-minute video, and that was, like, only 5 minutes of, you know, really interesting stuff. I know, I'm being a little hypercritical of my stuff. But like, I can tell exactly what is and isn't working, and that's what's kind of cool, is that it's giving me some very active feedback, you know, just so that I can really give this thing, it really will, like, give back as much effort as I put into it. So it takes a lot of effort just to get this much, but I mean, I can still do better. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like, I'm going forward, and I can still definitely do better, even though I feel like I did relatively my best. I still want to have fun, you know. I don't want to have to make this like a job or whatever. I just want to be able to entertain people, and I feel like it's a good way to express myself, and it's a good way to just mix it up a bit and not feel like not feel so selfish in my activities, I guess you could say. Like, a lot of the stuff I do, it's just kind of my own personal time and my own personal little world. But when that window is the camera and you guys get to see it, then some of that personal world leaks out, and whether I like it or not, then it gets out there, and I think that's better than, you know, looking back on the last 10 years of my life. Really, there's not a whole lot that I can show for it. There's not a lot of people that can remember or recall the whatever grand or mediocre thing I might have done in those years by name. Very, very forgettable. That's what I would say. The whole last 10 years of my life has been relatively forgettable. There's been some moments, you know, I mean, I was married. There was a point where I almost got a job as a post office person, like straight up full benefits and crazy amount of money, at least relative to what I was used to making. But yeah, fairly forgettable, and I don't want to have that to be this year. I already kind of was starting to feel that the last year, because, you know, I turned 30 and I was already thinking about this sort of thing, these sort of thoughts. And then I had turning 31, and I'm like, no, I don't want another 10 years of this. I'm done with that. So, and I gotta tell myself that. I gotta remind myself that that is exactly why I'm here. I don't want to have another 10 years of fucking, you know, forgettable life. Don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed, you know, relatively most of it, but it's a very selfish enjoyment, and I feel like it'd just be better if I do something that still was me, but reached more than just my own personal mind on stuff, I guess. You know, whenever I'm well, long and gone dead and all that, eventually anything I do is going to fade away, and I probably won't be anything special. No matter how hard I try, I'm probably just going to be another, you know, drop in the lake kind of thing. But at least while I'm still alive, I feel like I should try for something, you know. And even if it doesn't, even if it leads to nothing, it definitely is one of those thoughts that crosses my mind every now and then. It's like, yeah, but I didn't try. Like, okay, so I'm a nobody, just another weird face in the world. But definitely looking back on the last 10 years of my life, it's like, okay, has anything changed about that circumstance? No. But have you even actually attempt to break out of that fate? And I haven't. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the matter. I liked this playthrough. I liked it. It was a very nice game. It was a very nice couple of insightful moments, and allowed me to have a lot of like deep thoughts and express them with you guys and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. I hope you guys stick with me. I'm going to be giving what I feel is the right step for me to go a good shot. I'm going to take these lessons that they've tried to teach me here into consideration. I am my own person, though, so I'm not going to be perfect, and I'm not going to follow exactly what they say, but I will try my best. And it definitely gives me something of a goal to like aim for, at least. So I'm not, you know, fully like, okay, I'm going to be doing this YouTube thing, but how much do I have to put into it, and where am I going to have a checkpoint, I guess you could say. You know, where is this going to lead me to? So we'll just have to follow what they say, you know, and heed their lessons, find out what this year has in store for us, and we will be back with this in a year. I hope the developers don't let us down. I hope in a year's time they have a very rewarding and insightful and just generally appreciative, like, conclusion to this whole thought experiment. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anyways, you guys are awesome, and I will catch you all on the next one. Later.